Can we trust them? Can we trust actually making a deal with them? Here to weigh in is national security analyst for the Clarion Project, Ryan Morrow. Good to see you.
Hey, good to see you. Thanks.
So there you go. Here's the question. Can we trust them?
Absolutely not. And that's why we've made our film, Iranium, which has been condemned by the Iranian regime, publicly available at clarionproject.org for everyone to see, which details the history, not just of the Iranian nuclear program, but the ideology that drives them. Because if you look at their constitution, the leadership is mandated to pursue the downfall of what they deem to be all non-Islamic governments around the world. So the second that they stop supporting terrorism, they're actually in breach of their own constitution.
With this because money is in play? Are they able to sidestep ideology because they're going to get a boatload of cash out of this deal?
Well, the difference that you're seeing between Ahmadinejad and Rouhani is just in tactics. And those of us that have been monitoring Rouhani's language over the years, we knew this deal was coming because he's given public speeches that are publicly available where he has said what his goal is. He says, look, I'm very good at deceiving the West, using language and a calm demeanor in order to string along the West, in order to buy time for the nuclear program, and then eventually it'll advance to the point where the West has to just accept it as is. And there's one great quote from a 2005 speech he gave where he said, no, we're not lying, we're just not
sure it's
disclosing
a factor.
everything. But I think over the long term, this actually makes war more likely. And that's because the so-called moderate president of Iran has a strategy that he's articulated that's basically one step back in order to later take 2 steps forward. And so they'll freeze major parts of their nuclear program, but then work on the other parts that are lagging behind. It's important to recognize that Iran's nuclear program is not just based in Iranian territory. Their allies in North Korea can work on the things like the warhead and other elements that have proven to be more problematic, and then once those problems are finished, then they can go back and work on these other elements.